Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualized, my asexual life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great big subscribe button below right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now, post a new video. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you find the content useful, helpful, insightful in any way, shape or form, or you just want this channel some like love. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. In a moment, you're going to find out something amazing that happened, incredible that happened, which I wasn't expecting, and why I've been so happy lately. And I think in a world that's still got quite a lot of negativity going on, it's very, very good and great to talk about positivity and what makes us happy. So I'll be sharing what's made me really happy lately and everything that's been going on behind the scenes so that you can get an overview of some of the things I do and have done that might make you happy too. So if you didn't know who I am Sandra Bellamy. I'm an author with my own publishing imprint called Quirky Books, and this is my Asexual Perspectives book. Asexuality is a sexual orientation that's lack of sexual attraction, if you didn't already know that. And this is basically 47 different asexual stories, real life stories, all about love, life and sex. It's told in the form of interview answers and questions to make sure that everything you want to know about asexuality is answered for you in this book. And I'm also the published author of Fibromyalgia Self-Help Handbook, How to Manage Fibromyalgia to Have Less Pain, more energy, and feel happier like a superhero rock star. So a lot of these things in my books, well, pretty much everything in my book, I have gone back to doing. Hello, Megan. Nice to see you. Thanks for the thumbs up. So it's really important to stress this book, right? This book says it's a fibromyalgia self-help handbook, right? I have fibromyalgia, right? If you didn't know what it is, it's a disability. It's a chronic pain condition that affects the nerves and muscles of the body. If I don't do exactly what it says in this book, then I get a lot of pain and a lot of problems in my life. I made the error on my part that I actually didn't do everything in my own book. For a very short period of time, I left out my secret ingredient, which actually stops my legs feeling like they've been run over by a bus, and I stopped having one of my health products regularly. And so that caused me a lot of ill health, a lot of problems, one problem piled on top of another, and my health wasn't very focused on. So one of the things that's made me happy recently is hello, Liam. Hey, Sandra, great to see you, sweetheart. Oh, lots of love to you, Liam. Lots of love. And and so one of the things that's really been helping me lately is I've basically been doing everything in this book, right? And some people are like, I don't have fibromyalgia, so that book's irrelevant to me. It's actually not. This book has a lot of stuff in it that's relevant to everyone's life. It's how to manage pain in 25 aspects of your life. And it's basically a personal and professional development book disguised as a fibromyalgia book, if you like. It's everything I've learned throughout my years of personal and professional development, and obviously the condition fibro as well. But it's all about 25 aspects of your life that you need to change to stop pain. This is emotional pain and physical pain, because emotional pain directly relates to our physical pain, right? When we're in an emotionally bad state, negative state, poor mind state, we get a lot of pain in our bodies, right? So we must make sure that our emotional health is the most important thing, and our mindset, emotional mindset, and our health, our health basically is physical, it's mental, it's spiritual, and it's also emotional. So you've got a lot of stuff going on there, right? So it's very, very important, thanks for the thumbs up, that if you want to change your life, get this book. Obviously some stuff's just more relevant to fibromyalgia, but a lot of the pain stuff, there's quite a lot of stuff about how to decrease anxiety and free yourself of depression, right, which I did in 2012. So I have actually basically done everything I say in my book about how to manage fibro and my life, right? So everything in the book, but I've done more than this, even than the book, right? If there was any more. So I'm really pleased that I've got back to listening to myself, because sometimes my friends, they remind me of my books. They're like, Sandra, I remember a girl saying somewhere to do this, that, and the other. I'm like, oh yeah, that was me. And sometimes as an author, of non-fiction. We write the books and we mean everything and it's all true. And if we don't listen to our own advice, or in my case, if I don't listen to my own advice, I get sick. But it proves the book works, right? Because if I'm not doing one or two things out the book, that's it. All hell breaks loose. And you must know, if you followed me on this channel, that I had ill health from November last year all the way through to kind of like June, maybe even, was it July? Yeah, last month. I was kind of in rehabilitation mode. So I've been like really, really, really focused on my health. And one of the things that's made me happy is making my health a top priority. This means paying more money out for health products that I wasn't paying for regularly before. This means going back to all the foods that I was meant to be eating that are good for me before, and more that are good for me, and cutting out some of the more processed foods and stuff like that. So that's been really, really good. A lot more vegetables in there. I haven't ate crisps like hardly at all. And so I do eat quite good normally, but the food I eat is more expensive because it's better quality, you know, because there's more nutrients in it. So I've had to just up my food bill a bit to pay for more health products, and to pay for more better sort of more vegetables, more, you know, more healthier food. So that's really helped. But something incredible happened today as well. So there's a lot been going on in my life, which I'm going to talk to you about. So this morning, Liam, glad you're doing better now. Thank you, Liam. Yeah, I've really, really made my health a priority. Like, I've never ever said to myself, my health is my priority now. That's it, right? And actually, I should continue with the health for a bit, right? So it's not just about foods, right? It's about, I've been going back to doing my exercises every single day without fail lately, right? So with fibromyalgia, it's a chronic pain condition that affects the nerves and muscles of the body, right? Exercise can make it worse. You have to understand that exercise can make it worse. Now, over the years, I've had about 3 different types of physiotherapy sessions with different parts of my body, and they've all given me these therapists have all given me these different exercises to do. And so with the exercises, I compile them all together, and I create a whole routine on different parts of my body. And when I wasn't very well, when my body was in a lot of pain and I had a lot of pelvic pain, the last thing I really wanted to be doing was exercising. So I didn't do as much of it. But then if I don't exercise, my back gets worse. So I have to do X amount of exercises, like, you know, like 10 press ups or something like that. You have to keep it a certain amount, or just go over a bit without doing too much, because then it can cause too much pain the other way. And I've learned a new back exercise to add, because my lower back's been playing up a lot. I've been getting the plates moving it and stuff like that. So I'm trying to really build my lower back tailbone muscle up. I've also learned about chakras as well, like energy within the body. So fibromyalgia, I've discovered even more, is kind of what I already thought subconsciously, but I didn't quite put it together, is that, you know, I get pain from accidents years ago, and that is the trauma that's trapped itself as energy inside the cells of my body. So there are energy therapists, energy healers, energy people that can help you to try and get that energy free yourself. That's something that at the moment I feel I'm not going to do right now. I think it's quite a lot to do, but I really wanted to look at the chakras. There's an exercise you can do, and you can look at the different chakras and the tailbone. Megan, chakras are wonderful. I also love the crystals. Oh, that's beautiful, Megan. I do have crystals, actually. But yeah, so the chakra, I was looking at the tailbone chakra, and apparently there's this like weird exercise you can just do while you're sat on your stool, and you can do like this. So you can go around like this, and this helps the tailbone area and helps all the pelvic area. And it's all about having fun. Like the chakra that's to do with the tailbone is all about, you're not having enough fun in your life. You have to be like a kid. You have to have fun, because that's who you are. So I find that really helps me. So with the health, yeah, it's a lot better. I just feel so more fitter because I'm doing exercises all the time. I've just been out for a very long walk. I had to pick my diabetic guinea pigs medication up, and my legs are really strong now because I'm eating the food. I've got a secret food ingredient in my book that literally stops your legs feeling like they've been run over by a bus, and I stopped taking that for a week, just 1 week, and absolute chaos went on in my body. Like, this food ingredient, it stops pelvic pain, a lot of pelvic pain, inflammation in my tummy and pelvis. It also, it makes my body like really flexible. Like, I can, like, my legs are really flexible. I've got the flexibility all back in my legs again. Like, I can bend my legs really well again now. I got a skirt on at the moment because I was going to show you, but it's not appropriate to show you the skirt because you'll see my knickers. I don't think that's a good idea. So I've strengthened my body. I'm doing exercises whenever I get up, whatever time it is. I'm just getting on and doing them. So my body is like, when I went for a walk today, I had to walk to the opposite end of the city. It took me a long time. My body is so strong. And if we move on to the self-love aspect, the self-love, lately, I told you that I've been reflecting a lot on my past, and I've realized that I was trained from young age not to trust myself, not to believe in myself, not to trust my own judgment or my own instincts. Thanks for the thumbs up. And that has been difficult to actually say that to myself and completely accept that as the truth, but it was the truth. I'm not blaming anyone for it. It's just the way it was. People do the best they can do at the time. But, it is what it is. I have to deal with the consequences in adulthood of what happened in the childhood that I was led to believe, where I was, made to feel that, any decision I made would be the wrong one. Everything would go to pieces if I made any decision. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I think it could help some of you. You might find, if you look at yourself and you second guess yourself and you find you're really stuck with making decisions for yourself, you might find that this is what's happened in your childhood, that you were always made to feel that if you made any decisions for yourself, they could be the wrong ones all the time. There's always doubt there. Never someone saying to you as an adult, I trust you, Sandra. I believe in you. I trust you. If you say that about this person, or if you say that about this situation, or you feel that's the right thing to do, go for it. Do it, girl. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have any of that. Right? It was always like, oh, I'm here to pick up the pieces if when things go wrong, and oh, are you really sure you want to do that? It was always second guessing, and that is very destructive, because as an adult, it makes it very difficult for you to make decisions for yourself. And I've known for a while that I've had problems making decisions, but I've got better because I pushed myself to make them, even though I got very, very nervous about doing it, and I've procrastinated and it's taken ages sometimes. But I have to be quicker at making decisions, and I have to just learn that there's no wrong decision, because everything leads to a certain path. Even if you think it's the wrong decision, it'll turn out right in the end. And that comes from the new affirmation that I do now is I put my hands on my heart and I love myself, I trust myself, and I believe in myself 100%. And when I was walking to the vets to pick up my Angel's medication, my guinea pig's diabetic medication, I was literally, my body is so much stronger and my head was higher. I felt like I was about 2 inches taller, because I'm so proud when I'm walking through the city. Like, I'm just feeling this aura about me, and I'm like, God, Sandra, you're on fire, girl. You're just such a powerhouse. You're strong and you're courageous. Courageous? Courageous is a combination of creative and courageous, and I just made that up. I think courageous instead of courageous. Courageous. It sounds great, doesn't it? Creative and courageous at the same time. But I'm so courageous. That's gonna be my new buzzword. So yeah, and I just felt my head's being held high, because when you're in a negative frame of mind, depressed, anxious, nervous, negative, your head automatically droops, your shoulders droop, your body droops like this. But when I was in the city, literally my head, I could feel it. I thought, God, I seem to because I'm really short, I'm 5'4.5", right? And I'm like thinking, I'm 2 inches taller here, you know what I mean? And it's because I'm doing this self-love thing, and all the time, even though I wasn't touching my heart while I was walking, I continued to do this. And I'm sharing this with you because I think it's very important that if you are doubting yourself, fearing yourself, worrying that you won't make right decisions, worrying that you're incompetent or something like that, I want you to start doing this, because it's very good practice. You need to do it in the mirror even more if you can. But I was doing it all the way. I was walking to the vets and back again. I was going, love myself, I trust myself, I believe in myself 100%. I love myself, I trust myself, I believe in myself 100%. And if you do it really good, it's like you chant it. I'm going to tell you about the incredible thing that happened as well, which I haven't actually got to yet. This is all incredible, though. Everything's incredible. So, you get into a chance. So you go, I love myself, I trust myself, believe myself, 100%. I love myself, I trust myself, I believe myself, 100%. And when you're going down the road and you're chanting this in your mind, it's really good because it kind of expels a lot of the negative thoughts. There's still a few that come in there, but, it doesn't have room so much for negativity. I've been watching more business entrepreneurial videos from a guy who's like got millions of pounds, but he's a very down-to-earth entrepreneur, and he tells it like it is. It's like, well, making money online is people are telling you, like, these big gurus, that it's really easy, and that's a load of rubbish, and it can take people 7 years, 10 years more, and it's all about enjoying the process. And a true entrepreneur isn't someone who just automatically instantly makes a shed load of money. It's someone who enjoys the process. They enjoy learning, growing, developing themselves, and they enjoy the process of just discovering themselves and discovering what works, what doesn't work, trying new things, and they don't give up, and they have a huge amount of patience, however long it takes, to fulfill all their goals, ambitions, and dreams, and they follow their intuition. Now, I am very intuitive, but when I don't listen to my intuition, things go wrong. So by saying I love myself, I trust myself, I believe in myself, I'm very much coming back to my soul. I feel like I'm loving myself more, and this is really good because it stops. I mentioned on my previous videos that I do have some, because I do a lot of self-reflection, very conscious. I do have some jealousy sometimes, which isn't a good trait, so I keep that, I manage that well, but I do know that comes up. But when I love myself, I trust myself, I believe in myself, the jealousy goes, it vanishes, because it's like, I don't have to be jealous of anyone else because I love my self, I trust myself, and believe in myself implicitly. So my life's always going to be great, because so long as I love myself, trust myself, and believe in myself, keep following my intuition 100% and just going with it, I can't go wrong. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. They're on their path, I'm on mine. And the more that I hold my heart and say I love myself, I trust myself, and believe in myself, the more I'm connected to my soul, the more I'm coming back to Sandra. Me and Sandra are becoming best friends again. We're becoming like soulmates, me and me. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like I'm bonded to me, this is all incredible. The whole thing's incredible, and all these revelations and things I'm learning about myself and discovering. And this year I've learned more skills in 1 year than I've ever learned in tons of other years. Right? This opportunity, this stuff that's going on in the world right now. Yes, I don't want people to die. Yes, I don't want people to get a virus. I don't want that. But in terms of having the time to myself, having time to be with myself, having time to work on my projects, time to get things done, more time to get things done, this has been one of the most productive years ever for me. And, the fact I've got my Asexual Meetup Mastery course, I want to say a big thank you to Richard, who watches this channel. Hello, Richard. Lots of love if you're watching. Richard just bought my Asexual Meetup Mastery course. I know it's something they were really wanting. And so a big shout out to Richard, Ace Man Richard Howard, who's actually got his own podcast where he covers asexuality now as well. So I'm really proud of him, and I'm so glad he got the course. My best friend Sam, I've told you, has got the course. They've been going through it last night. Lots of the videos, lots of handouts, everything. They were asking me, like, how do I do this? How do I do that? I said, it's in the course. It's in the course. Everything's in the course. So that's been really good. Ian as well has bought my online How to Arrange a Successful Online Asexual Meetup. So, I've been getting some sales. The point is, these people are going to have their lives changed just through getting my course, and I'm able to enable them to connect with more asexuals and bring more asexuals together for meetups. They're still on offer, by the way. Go to asexualizeacademy.com down below and click through the courses if you want to see the Asexual Meetup Mastery and also the How to Arrange a Successful Online Asexual Meetup, because their offer ends tomorrow, Tuesday, 18th of August, GMT +1, midnight. GMT +1. So don't forget to check out them, or go to the When Disaster Strikes videos, because the direct links are under that video, which is a couple of videos back. But yeah, so I'm super excited that I finished that project, because obviously I worked on Asexual Meetup Mastery over 6 months. It took me to create that. There was a lot of work that went into it. By the time I'd done the bonuses and everything, it's nearly a year later, because I started filming for that in September. Just imagine, like, you've finally completed a project that's took a year to do. And it just feels amazing. And, like, when you have a sense of achievement, you satisfy yourself, deep inside. Liam, I never trust myself. The first person I learned to trust was from the other side of the world. Yeah, you need to learn to trust yourself, Liam. I think you've had some problems like I have in the past, probably people have tried to make you think you can't trust yourself. You need to work on that for yourself. Like, I'm working on myself all the time, you know, and I wanted to share this with you because I thought that it might be the case for some others. You know, it requires you to do deep work. Go back into your childhood, look at the issues that were brought up for whatever reason, wherever they were, home, school, friends, other family relations, wherever they, you know, you have to go back and delve deep, and you have to get to the root cause of the problems and kill the root. Basically, you have to reframe the position, do a cognitive reframe in your mind, which means reframing what happened to you. I've done that before with one incident. I was so glad about that. When I was 10 years old, I've got that. It's all gone now. My past is actually fading, some of my bad past now, naturally, because I was just moving on with my life, which is great. But obviously there's still issues to work on. A lot of us as adults, we still need to work on our childhood issues. It's people who don't accept there's any childhood issues, or people that don't realize it, that have got that are going to have more problems, because, you know, you need to accept things about yourself in life and actually come to terms with what was and what is, you know. And if you've got issues going on consistently, it's always going to affect your life. So, you know, if you get a counselor or a therapist to help you, if you feel it will benefit you, to work on together through those issues, you know, it's very important that you do learn to trust yourself, you know. The first person I learned to trust was from the other side of the world. Oh, bless you. You know, but you must trust yourself, you know. So I'm learning more and more to trust myself, because at the end of the day, we need to trust ourselves, because we're with ourselves 365 days a year, 24/7. And it's very, very important, you know, because otherwise we second guess and it leads to anxiety, procrastination. So I'm less stressed as well, because literally what I do now is I put my health first all the time. And sometimes I work through the night, loads of hours, and I actually love that. I get a big buzz out of it, you know. So sometimes I'll do more sleeping and resting. Other times I'll just get a huge buzz out being up, like having just like, I had like 3.5 hours sleep last night, 4.5 hours the night before, but I was ecstatic. I was listening to great dance music, and something incredible happened in the early hours of this morning, which I'm going to talk to you about. So as you know, I like Indian guys. Yes, you know it. You're probably fed up with me saying it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Because, you know, I love Indian guys, as you know, right? There's a guy on my Facebook friends list that I've been friends with some time, and I did a video about him some time ago. I didn't say his name, you know, it's not fair to do that. Hello, if he's watching. And, you know, and I did say that, you know, he wanted different things to me. He's not asexual, but his family tradition is like sex, marriage, kids. So that's what he wanted, right? But I know that he likes me more than a friend, and I like him more than a friend. So that's obvious. But we kind of like let things go. And then like he did ask me if I was okay the other day after I wasn't very well, which was nice. And I do check on him sometimes as well, so that's nice. But I don't talk to him that much because, you know, of the feelings and stuff. But he's always liking my posts and stuff. He's always like liking my page, my asexual stuff, my fibro girl page and all that. It's really nice of him. And so anyway, he says, oh, I always check out your stuff, which is really sweet. And so this guy's Indian. He's 21 years old, absolutely stunningly beautiful, and got really, you know, really, really stunning, beautiful looking. And he's very like kind of more sweet, innocent type of guy in you know, like in terms of sexual stuff. And so anyway, last night I saw he posted, well, early hours of this morning, I saw he posted something about, you know, like, I'll always love you, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't know who he was talking about. You know, you're the one till the end now. So I thought maybe he's got a girlfriend. So I said, oh, I hope you found someone good for you, because we met in a dating group, right? But he doesn't live in the UK, right? He doesn't live in India either. He lives in another country. But, you know, his dream is to come to Europe or the UK. He's visited Europe before, but not the UK. But I won't get married. I won't get married for a visa. I was very upfront about that in the beginning, right? But anyway, I've always wanted to, like, we had this conversation go backwards and forwards a while ago, and he said, you'll always be very, you know, you'll always be a very special person to me, you know, because I know he likes me a lot, right? Which is really, really sweet. And he talks quite adultly for a 21-year-old. And anyway, so in the early hours of this morning, when I posted that, he then came in private message and said, no, I haven't found anyone yet. And when I do find someone, you know, girlfriend, you'll be the first to know, which I thought was really sweet. And I said, oh, okay. And then he was asking me if I found anyone. I'm like, no, I've got an Indian friend now, but he's homo-romantic. You know, he's into guys. And he's like, oh, it sounds like you've crossed the finishing line then. I'm like, no, the guy's into guys. He's just my friend. Like, I'm clearly not a guy, am I? Do you know what I mean? I need a guy that's heteromantic into women. You know what I mean? Anyway, when I finally got that across, like, so anyway, he was busy. He's like, oh, I'll call you when I get home. And I said, because I was writing about my soulmate, saying, oh, you know, I know I've got a soulmate. After I said this Indian guy's homo romantic, I said, but we're really good friends. I said, but I know I've got a soulmate, and you know, I dedicated this song to him. So the other day, I put this song on my Facebook profile, you know, just dedicating this song to him, Peter Cetera and Cher. After all, it's really beautiful song. If you Google it, it's absolutely gorgeous. So I dedicated this to my soulmate that I haven't met yet, saying I love you already, you're amazing. Basically, I love you already, and you know, one day I'll be with you, because I truly believe that, right? I already love my soulmate. I believe I know him from a previous life, and I'll meet him in this one. Thank you for the thumbs up, lots of love. And so, you know, and so I have to trust myself, believe myself 100% on that. I don't think I'll be happy with any other guy but an Indian guy, because I truly believe I'm meant to be with an Indian guy. I really honestly believe that. I think I've known him from a past life. I really do. And that I meant to meet him in this one, but he might be later coming through. You know, I said about a spiritual reason for age gaps in relationships can be that the other person's from a previous life comes to meet you in this life as well, but they're a different age because they pass through that life differently. So I came through to this one quicker than they did, for example. And anyway, that's a bit of spiritual talk for you there. So anyway, so I basically, when he came in chat, he said to me something really sweet. So when I said about the soulmate, so yeah, so basically, he's really sweet, because he said, oh, I pray to God you can find your soulmate as soon as possible. And I said, oh, I said, I'm okay, I can wait. I have some things to sort out in my life first, my career, so I may have to wait up to 10 years more. Now, I am quite happy, even when I was going to bed today, I think I'm quite happy to be single for the next 10 years, and if it takes 10 years to meet him, that's fine, because I want to sort my career out first. I really want to be in a financially better position, but I just want to have my life more sorted out. But obviously, if I meet him in the meantime, that would be great. So I said, you know, I don't mind waiting up to 10 years more, because I'm very patient, you know. And I said, I have to be friends with him first anyhow, which is true. And I said, anyway, have a great day. And I dedicate this song and post to him, which is to my soulmate, right? See you. And then he said to me something really sweet. He said, sometime I feel that guy is me. And I just thought, oh, it's so sweet and very nice. I mean, we do really like each other, it's obvious. And then he's like, oh, my sweet, after reach home I talk to you, because he calls me a sweet, even though we're not in a relationship. He just speaks like that, you know. I kind of speak like it. I'm single at the moment, so it don't really matter, right? So anyway, when he got home, he said he would call me, right? He's never I think he's done voice message before, but not phone, not like video anyway. He's never done video. So I said to him, do you ever wonder what it'd be like to video chat with each other? And then he said, we didn't call each other. He, are you free? So yeah, so I was like, yeah, you can call me now before I go to sleep. So yes, if you call me now, I'm already in my nightshirt, but I stream in my nightshirt anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it's like no different. And do have some work to finish before sleep. Anyway, he did actually phone me, but when he phoned me, it wasn't working properly. And then I said to call me again. And so we ended up video chatting, right? And it was the most incredible experience like ever. I cannot tell you, right? Because it was just so beautiful. It was so beautiful because we were having this conversation and interaction that was non-sexual, right? And it was just so loving, so warm, so caring. And it was just amazing to talk to him. Honestly, like, he smiles all the time. He says, I'm always like this, smiling just all the time. And he's so easy to talk to. Honestly, it was the fact that was the first time we video chatted was incredible. It was just like so natural. It was just so natural. We both had such an awesome time, you know, and I was showing him my cuddly toys, and I was showing him that I've met the Queen in my picture and that I've saved someone's life. I've shown my certificate for that, and he wanted to see some more of my cuddly toys, and he's got 2 cuddly toys, and he said, do you want to see mine? It was so sweet. And he showed me like this bear, which I think one was red and one was blue, and he's like, oh, they're boyfriend and girlfriend. And I'm like, melting. My heart was like melting. I'm like, oh my lord, you're just so like me. And obviously, you know, I've got to understand he's not like me totally. I mean, because obviously the romantic feelings just go out. But I thought in that moment, you're like me like that. And it was just so nice to have a guy to talk to who's not talking about sex, who's not being sexual with me, who's loving the same sort of stuff as me, like the asexual stuff. So we talked about that, and then he was asking me about my career. He's very when the way he talks to you is really, really nice. You know, talks to me is really, really nice. Like, it's very adult, you know, like he was saying to me, so with your career, he's like, you know, because he saw my books and he's like, oh my god, all those books give me a headache just looking at them, you know. And he goes, oh, he said, oh, you must be very intelligent. I said, yeah, I'm very intelligent, you know. And he was like, oh, so what do you want to do with your career? Like, what are you going to do? Like, where do you see yourself going? And it was like, well, I want to make a full-time living from writing books. I'm not making a full-time living at the moment. He's like, yeah, but what else do you want? What else do you want? And it was like, he was really pressing me in a nice way for me to really really hone down exactly what I want. I said, well, I want to be a speaker on stage in London, and I want to do training courses and stuff like that. And I got 2 new businesses I'm launching this year. He's like, wow. He goes, but you're going to do it. He goes, you're definitely going to do it, because I can tell just by where you're talking to me that you're definitely going to do that, you know. And it was just really good. It was good to have his support, good to have his enthusiasm. And he thought asexuality, because it's the first time I video chat with him, he thought asexuality meant I was bisexual. I said, no, I'm not interested in women. I'm only interested in guys. Just I don't want to have sex with them, because I don't feel that way. And I was trying to explain that I like to kiss. I can kiss for up to 3 hours. And he's like, but how's the guy supposed to stop his feeling, like control himself? And I'm like, well, it's just where I am. I still like to do loads of kissing. I don't like sex, but I love kissing. Because he goes, oh, you just like to kiss a little. I'm like, no. When I kiss, it's like a full body workout, you know, a full body workout. Hi, Eddie. So yeah, it's really nice. So nice to see you. So yeah, I was just so excited. It was incredible because I wanted to video chat with him for a very long time. I'd always wondered how it was going to go, you know. And he's 21, which is my dream age, and he's very, very aesthetic, beautiful, like wears nice clothes, got beautiful hair, beautiful smile, and he lives on his own, right? So he's 21, but he lives on his own. He works a full time. I think it's full time. He works in a job. And he lives in his own place. He's not, and he has his own car, and he has his own motorbike. So it's not like he's got anyone else looking after him like that. You know, he's very, very independent guy. You know, and it really annoys me when people are like, oh, someone's 21, what do they know? You know, they haven't got any life experience. They don't know what they want. And it's like, you know, like some 21-year-olds are very, very, very independent and can look after themselves really, really well, you know. And so for me, it was one of the most incredible moments of my life was talking to him, because we just got on so well. And his, you know, his face was like, and smile was so beautiful. And it was just like talking to obviously a really good friend. We are really good friends, but it was just like so natural talking to him. And it was so much fun. And afterwards he said, oh, thank you very much for the call, you know. And I just thought it was really nice, you know. And he told me on the call, I'm the first girl he's ever video chatted to in his life, because he's quite shy. He goes, I get a lot of women attracted to me, but I'm shy like that. So you're the first girl that I've ever video chatted with. And I was just like, oh, that's really sweet. Hope, Grace, hey all. Oh, it's nice to see you, Hope. Lots of love. You missed everything. I've nearly finished now, Hope. I will do a quick recap, especially for you. Very quick recap. So I was explaining all the things that have made me happy lately and how I have changed my life around. So I was very sick between November and pretty much June into I think it was the beginning of July. I had a lot of pelvic problems and pain. I was like having to take doctor's meds and stuff as well as natural stuff. So I was explaining that I went back and reread my own fibromyalgia self-help handbook. And I've done everything in the book, because there was some things that I say in the book to do, which is my own book on how to manage fibromyalgia, to have less pain, more energy, and feel happier. And there was one food ingredient I didn't eat for a week, not because I was specifically trying not to, it's just because I thought I'll eat something different and didn't need to eat it. And I was wrong. I'd been eating this food ingredient since 2014. And I just I have to have it usually every 3 days. After 4, my body just gets a complete wreck. So the fact I missed out for 7 days was really bad. and I had a lot of pelvic problems and pain. So now I've literally put my health first. I've put my health completely first. I've done everything I say in this book. I stopped eating a food ingredient basically for 7 days, like I said. So that was one of the problems, and also a health product I didn't have as much of because I was cutting down on expenditure, but I realized I have to have it. So I haven't been having as much processed foods anymore. So I've really looked after, gone back to eating more healthily. I do exercises every single day now. Again, my body's really strong. I was saying that I've learned to love myself a lot more. I've reflected on my childhood and realized that I was taught not to trust myself, and that's led to a series of procrastination, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, worry, and pain. Emotional pain, like I've said before, manifests itself in physical pain. And so I'm pain free in my pelvis now. I had pain in my pelvis for a very long time. I'm pain free in my pelvis. My body is so much stronger. And I've done an affirmation lately saying I love myself, I trust myself 100%, and that is really making me feel so much more stronger, so much more happier. And I'm trying to trust myself completely now with every decision I make, fully living into my intuition and saying that affirmation over and over again, and putting my hand on my heart when I can, or even out today I was saying it consistently and persistently, and watching more positive motivational videos, watching more videos from one of the entrepreneurs I follow that was on about making money online is not easy as they make out, and it can take to get your business actually in profit or whatever, or really going well, it can take 7 years, 10 years, but whether it takes, even if it takes 20 years, as long as you're pursuing your passion streams, happiness is the most important thing at the end of the day. And if we tie it to money, objects, material things, then obviously our power goes away. So it's much better to be happy with whatever type of person we are. And if we're creative and want to create multiple things, that's fine. If we want to create just one thing, it's fine. Also, I got my Asexual Meetup Mastery and my How to Arrange a Successful Online Asexual Meetup video training courses. They're out now, they're launched. They're still a special early bird offer until tomorrow, Tuesday the 18th of August 2020, until midnight. They're going to be available after that, but the prices will shoot up because they'll be full price anyway, as they're on special offer because I've just launched them. I hope some sickness can be bad. Me and my family believe in voodoo and seriously need to be careful with people. Oh, voodoo, you believe in voodoo and seriously need to be careful with people. Right, you believe in voodoo. Yeah, I don't personally touch that or anything like it. But I do follow my intuition, so I'm spiritual in terms of intuition, and so it's very important. Obviously, it's important that people believe what they believe and they follow what they follow. Like I have a spirit insect totem. So my moth's my insect totem. I'm actually a butterfly as well. So, but moths come and see me regularly. I had every Sunday now. I usually get moths. Sometimes I get 2 or 3, and they come and they just, to guide me. They're spirit guides. They're beautiful. I believe, my moths are very good for me. They try and ward me off people that are bad for me, and show me to trust myself more and to see the light more, and so it's really good. And then I was finishing off saying, one of the guys, because I'm interested in Indian guys, younger Indian guys, one of the younger Indian guys that I'm friends with on Facebook, I've always wanted to video chat with him, and finally this morning he did it. And he's 21, really beautiful, and we got on so well. And the fact that our conversation was pretty much an asexual type of conversation, it was talking about cuddly toys, which I absolutely love, talking about pictures, talking about things in life. He was really good and supportive of my career. He's asking me, really trying to get me to hone down exactly where I see myself in the future and what exactly I want to do, and it was so lovely. And he lives on his own, so he's not a 21-year-old that's having to live off his parents or anything. He's very independent. Do you have kids? They must love the Eeyore and curtains and things. Very sweet. No, I am the kid. I never want kids. Never, since I was 15 years old. I am basically, this is me. I live like a teenager. This is all my stuff. This is how I live my life, and this is how I love it. So yeah, so 24/7, 365 days a year. I live like I'm 15 years old in my bedroom and lifestyle, and I have a 21st mindset. So I can do anything a 21-year-old can do if I want to. So literally my mindset, I've reprogrammed my mind to have a 21st mindset, 21 years old in mind. And then my lifestyle's like a teenager. So I have cuddly toys. I went to Disneyland Paris in 2000. Oh, 15. Yeah. So basically, how old are you? No, I'm not 50. I'm much younger than that. I have a birth certificate age, and I have a mindset age and a lifestyle age. And I don't talk about my birth certificate age because there's nothing like I am, but I'm 100% definitely not near 50. I'm much younger than that. In my birth, but my 21 is my mindset, not my birth certificate age. But my birth certificate age is completely irrelevant because I'm not interested in it. So yeah, I don't talk about that. So yeah, so basically I live like I'm a teenager because I love it. My lifestyle is how I want it, and that's what makes me the happiest. I love cuddly toys, and I love living a teenager lifestyle 24/7, 365 days a year. I'm up until like 4 or 5. Well, today I was up, I didn't go to sleep till nearly midday. So yeah, I just have a great life, you know. And that's, I'm always about, like, if you follow me on this channel, I'm always about living your true authentic life and living how you want to live, being the type of person you are. I don't believe in acting your age, because when you act in your age, you're acting. You're basically trying to fit yourself into that specific stereotypical birth certificate age box that people in society have dictated you should live like. And that's just ridiculous. You know, it's not, it doesn't take into account your soul or how old you choose to be. So every year I just choose to be 21, you know, and that works for me. And on 2017, I celebrated my full 21st mindset birthday and went to Disneyland Paris. 21st birthday badge, 21st birthday card, beautiful confetti. So I had the most amazing time. Making me want ice cream. Yeah, we talked about ice cream yesterday. I don't know how I make you want ice cream, but we talked about ice cream yesterday. Yeah, I can only have sugar-free, wheat-free, gluten-free ice cream until one day when the life ends. Yeah, but I'm not interested in life ending this because, well, my life, you know, I'm sure I've been in a past life. Chalk ice cream, yeah. So when one life ends, if you believe in reincarnation, you just start your life again. But, you know, I've got lots of life purposes to live in this life, this specific present life, not another one. I've been in another one. This is my life. This is my time, people, to help others and to do everything I need to do in my life. So I'm really feeling like much happier, much better, much positive. You know, and I just think, you know, if you believe in yourself, you love yourself, you trust yourself, and you just keep following your goals, ambitions, and dreams, and just live your own intuitive life however you want to live, which just proves I live how I want to live. I don't live how society dictates or how people think I should, you know. And I 100% like don't want kids. I haven't wanted them since 15. I like being like a kid. It's great, like full time. It's so fun. Like, you don't realize in life, right, as you get older and birth certificate age, you live in a lot of fear and restrictions about what people think of you, and you worry all the time. That's really bad for your mental health and your health. When you're a kid, you don't have any fears, you don't have worries a lot of the time. It depends on your circumstance, obviously, but when you're a kid, you're not born usually with fears and stuff. It's socially programming that's been instilled in you. So, you know, you are willing to tackle the world and take on new tasks and try things out, and that's what you need to bring to the table of life. You know, you need to bring the fact that you've got this energy and vibrancy that's young, and that you can do anything you put your mind to, and that your world's your oyster, and to not live in fear, but to try things out, explore things like a kid does. They come along and they explore things, and they, see the world in their own more innocent and sweet way, and that's good. You know, that's really good. But the guy I talked to this morning on video chat, he's not asexual, but he's really understanding. He follows my asexual pages, really supports me. But he didn't realise that asexuality meant a lack of sexual attraction, like I don't want sex. Like, he thought I was bisexual. I'm not interested in women. I don't get attracted to women at all. So most chats I join have, oh right, yeah. Yeah. I'm happy with just a small, beautiful community here. It's quality over quantity on this channel every single time. So yeah, absolutely lovely. So yeah, anyway, I've got to Skype my best asexual friend very, very soon. So I'm going to love you and leave you for now. It's been an absolute pleasure. If you missed any of this video, please go and watch the replay after I post it. And I really, really, really have loved the time I spent with you. You know, I think it's very good in your life to reflect on what makes you happy, any issues you feel in your past that have, you know, like been difficult for you in the present that you can change and work on to develop and grow yourself. And I just think it's really good to live your own life and to live how you want it, regardless of what people think, say, or do. You know, it's your life at the end of the day, and happiness is the most important thing. Health and happiness. Health and happiness. That's it. Health and happiness. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you healthy, whatever makes you come alive is what you should do. What you should do. Liam, great to see you, Sandra. Love you so much. Bye bye. Oh, lots of love for you too, Liam. Lots of love. Lots of love. It's really nice to see you. Thank you for being on the chat all the time. I really appreciate you. Thanks, Megan. And also thanks, Eddie and Hope. And yeah, I love to see you again. Take care, Liam. Take care, everyone. And lots of love to all of you. Yeah, take care. Brace your quirky on each other. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that great big bell icon to get notified of every time I go live or I post a new video. Bye, Hope, and bye, Liam. Bye, everyone. Take care.